Yesterday, I reviewed this, the Subaru Impreza 22B, a car from the glory days of rallying. But if we look over here, it has a sister car from the same event. And after I discovered how powerful and fast the 22B was, I thought it would be best to see how fast and powerful this thing is. And believe me when I say this, it did not disappoint. Like with the little Subi, I thought we should take it to the drag strip first. With the Subi we raced against the Bugatti Chiron, but stock. And the Impreza did it in 11.9 seconds. So let's see how the little Italian hatchback does. The Delta. Remember, we're running these cars in the same tune. Full engine upgrades, lifted suspension, rally tyres. Amazingly, I think the Delta's actually faster than the car that was originally faster than it when they were both stock. That's mind-blowing. So somehow, the Delta, the car which came earlier than it than the Impreza in the event, is somehow faster than the Impreza. Probably because they're from the days when engine tuning was just a suggested thing. But still, that is pretty impressive. And that's only where the good bits begin with this car. The thing about this classic Impreza, the 22B rally car, the one driven to victory by Colin McRae, it's brilliant. Unfortunately, it has a descendant in the form of the Impreza S209. The S209, in this, it's just fat, podgy, those mean the same thing effectively. It's heavier, it's uglier, and it's wrong. It's a disgrace to the Impreza's bloodline. The Delta has none. The Delta is part of a lineage in itself, the glorious Lancia rally cars, but it has no descendants. It was the last of the line. And boy did they go out with a bang. Even in a rally tune like this, with dirt tyres and lifted suspension, it still feels great to drive and normal. Now that the suspension is raised, it can take the bumps like nothing else, while still maintaining that brilliant stability. This is why car enthusiasts like me love Lancia and lament their loss. We're at a mountain pass. If only there was snow, then it'd be just like Monte Carlo. At least the roads are still the same. We've got to try this. Off the line, you get the amazing wave of power from the lovely little 4-cylinder engine in the front. Going through the corners is a joy. I've said this time and again, but the Delta just drives so nicely, no matter what surface it's on. It's a really great car, and that's why it's my favourite in the game. I could drive this thing all day, and I'd never get tired. It's just that much of a good car. Even with the changed tyre compound, it's perfectly competent in the corners. That is a mark of true good strength, good flexibility. It's the mark of a great chassis. And believe me when I say this, but I am a chassis enthusiast. A big one. And with a great chassis comes great ability to drift. The Delta even doubly good at drifts, because it's got the rallying heritage. No problem. No problem in the corners whatsoever. It even does that thing where it goes too far and then the front shimmies back into line with the back. That's a bit of a... I think it's called... I can't remember what it's called in rallying because I don't actually watch rallying. Although if I had to pick a motorsport, that'd be the one I'd watch. But it just falls into line so easily. It's obedient. You can get anyone in this car, and they should be able to drive it perfectly. Even me with my major amount of skill issues in this thing. That's just me being me. In fact, if anything, I've had less skill issues in this car than anything else. It's so easy to drive and so easy to slide. It's a brilliant car. I've just rolled it. Oh, I was so happy with the chassis, and then I sort of didn't realise I could roll it. Still landed back on its wheels, though. And on the off-road, nothing changes. It's still brilliant. In fact, in this rally spec, it comes into its own. This thing is so incredibly fast. Well, when it's off-road, it blows the mind. This thing is just an unstoppable rally car. Especially on the dirt. But what about on tarmac? How fast is it on the circuit? Let's find out. Two legends. Rally spec legends. The Audi Quattro Group B and the star car, the Delta. This is going to be interesting. The Quattro is rated at 8.1 handling. This is only rated at 7.9. I reckon this performs better though, so... all depends. This is going to be close, I reckon. Off the line, I've got him. No, have I got him? Kind of. Yeah, I think I've got him. That's good. I clipped the wall. That wasn't good. Bit of understeer through there. Oh, he's quite far behind. Nearly ran wide out of there, but pretty good line. Brake. Oh, I took a nice line through skid corner. Gotta constantly keep holding on the directions. Oh no, I went too wide through there. I'm pulling away. Come on, little Delta. Yes! 41.6 in a car with dirt tyres and lifted suspension. That's an extremely respectable time. Especially for one that only does 210 and is in class 2. Yeah, I'm happy with the Lancia one as well. It can beat a Quattro. That's a pretty impressive achievement. In fact, rally cars back in the day were truly impressive achievements. Unfortunately, they seem to have deteriorated now. The most recent homologation special is that. The Toyota GR Yaris. They're both hatchbacks. But there's a big difference. One of these cars is great, and the other is black and white. I think you know. which one I prefer out of these. The Lancia Delta. In CDT, it's great. In real life, it's great. In fact, it's my favourite car in the world. And you know what? It's part of a better time for rallying. I long for those days. Thanks for watching. Someone bring me back to the glory days.